Standard 4, EVS 1. I'll be responsible and sensitive. Happy birthday! It was Deepika's birthday. She had invited all her friends to her house. When her friends came, she put on the music at a loud volume and all of them began to dance and have fun. Now her neighbor was an elderly person. He suffered from high blood pressure. He could not tolerate very loud music. He therefore asked Deepika to turn down the volume. She realized that he was suffering because of the loud music, and so she turned down the volume at once. This is Rahul's grandmother. She used to wait for him to return from school every day. When he returned, she would give him something to eat. She asked him about what happened in school that day. As for Rahul, he couldn't wait to finish eating and watch cartoons on TV. Now grandmother felt very bad that Rahul didn't talk to her properly. When Rahul's parents noticed this, they also felt bad about it. One day, Rahul's father explained to him how his behavior hurt his grandmother. From that day onwards, Rahul realized his mistake and he began to talk to his grandmother lovingly. Now, we all either live with older people or are related to older people. They love us and pamper us, but they cannot run about or play like us. They often need small tasks done for them, like fetching medicine or buying things from the market, removing things from the loft, or threading needles. If we do these tasks for them, it is of great help to them. But if the TV or music is played loudly, it can be very disturbing for them, and so we must lower the volume at such times. Grandparents are always at home all day, and so their only pastime is talking to their children and grandchildren. Now they like to know about what their grandchildren do all day at school, how was their day, etc. They love us so much, and so they feel happy when we speak to them lovingly. Now, when someone is sick, we all wish for them to get well soon. But for this, the patient should follow the doctor's advice and take care accordingly. When any injury happens, give first aid and then the patient must be taken straight to a hospital or a primary health center. Always consult a doctor on time. Do you know? Now, in India, we have been successful in eradicating polio, and for this achievement, the World Health Organization has praised our country. Since the campaign against polio was carried out with dedication over many years, the disease was eradicated. Eradicated means was completely removed. Every year, children are given the drops for polio. Responsibility towards people with special needs. Now, you all know people with special needs as we had learned in the last lesson. Some people have physical handicaps, that is, they can't walk properly, some may not have a hand, etc., because of illness or accidents, or they may be born with them. So these people face many difficulties or discomfort at public places. So these people need special services and help. People with special needs. Now, my dear children, you must have seen a blind person walking along the street or in public places freely with the help of a white cane. In some buildings, the floor numbers on lifts are written in braille. That helps a blind person to go to any floor they wish without help. A blind person can also vote secretly like other citizens because of braille signs on voting machines. In schools, universities, and in some other buildings, you may have seen a concrete slope next to the stairs. Now, this slope is called a ramp. The ramp makes it possible for people in wheelchairs to enter the building. Some buildings also have special toilets for people in wheelchairs. Example, you must have seen in the malls on the washroom doors these signs. Now, these facilities exist so that people with special needs can live their daily lives easily. But these facilities are not available everywhere. So, we must treat people with special needs with care, whether these facilities exist in public places or not. Now, blind people can read and write by using their sense of touch. So, there is a system of writing for these people which is called Braille. Braille characters make use of raised dots that can be felt with a finger. So, a blind person can read the paper by feeling these raised dots. Each character has a fixed number and arrangement of dots. However, all of the books written in ordinary script are not available in Braille. Blind persons can listen to the stories if they are read out. Now, people who cannot hear use sign languages. They are also taught how to lip read to follow what other people are saying. They can follow other people's speech if they speak slowly and clearly. Special signed news programs and broadcast on television for people who cannot hear. Do you know? Have you seen this lady in serials? Yes, she is Sudha Chandran. She is an expert Bharatnatyam dancer. She lost a leg in an accident. However, even with an artificial leg, she continues to dance and act with great determination. This is Ravindra Jain. He is blind, but he has composed music for many movies and television programs. He has also received many awards for his music. And the last is Sharath Gaikwad. He is disabled in one hand. However, he has made the country famous worldwide in swimming competitions. So, my dear children, we must treat old people, patients, and those with special needs with care and respect, and also be sensitive towards others, which means understanding the difficulties of others. So, if we are sensitive, our capacity to help others increases. So, my dear children, I hope you understood this lesson. Identify the person. Is disabled in one hand and is a famous swimmer. Sharath Gaikwad. Is blind and is a music composer. Ravindra Jain. Has only one leg and is an expert Bharatnatyam dancer. Sudha Chandran. Right, 2 points on our grandparents. Our grandparents are often at home all day and love talking to their children and grandchildren. They have great affection for us. Blind people. Blind people can read and write by using the sense of touch. This system of writing is called Braille. A blind person can also vote secretly like other citizens because of Braille signs on voting machines. Deaf people. People who cannot hear use sign language and are also taught how to lip read to follow what other people are saying. Special news programs that use sign languages are broadcast on television for people who cannot hear. Right, true, or false. After giving first aid for injuries, a patient must be taken straight to a hospital or a primary health center. True. People with physical handicaps are in need of special services and assistance. True.